Even when we were friends, he was constantly messaging me to report accounts.
I don't know if it was a couple of months ago, but people noticed scars on your body.
So I always tell people it's a League of Assassins, Catwoman. I've had probably 6 different surgeries. I broke my neck. I have a scar across my neck. I have...
The question, who would you prefer? Who does Batman prefer? Is it Wonder Woman or is it Catwoman? Finally, you're here with us. And first off, I'm really glad to finally meet you. Yeah, my name is David and you're BucksCountyBatman.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. So first off, I would love for you to explain a little bit about who you are for the watchers who doesn't know, because, well, obviously you do a lot of stuff on your Instagram, on YouTube as well. You're going to different events, you're uploading training videos and a lot of funny videos, and you do a lot of stuff. So for those people who doesn't know who you are, could you explain a bit further what you do and who you are?
I never even know how to explain this. Basically, I'm a single dad. I have 2 boys. My kids were really into superheroes. That's kind of what got me into this. They got 300 costumes of their own. Started dressing as Batman after the divorce. I had $40,000 worth of Batman cosplay. And people started telling me to go live. So started going around town, visiting sick kids, driving around the motorcycle. Made world news about 10 times. Showed up at the George Floyd protest. Wound up getting fired from my job. And then I went full-time social media, and now I go live 3 times a day now with training. I do cardio in the morning, weights at night, and I sell supplements. So I do training and nutrition advice and dropping a fitness ebook today. But I do a little bit of everything. I go out public, reaction videos, funny videos, a little bit of everything.
Yeah, and for most people, that would be the origin story of a villain, but you turned into a hero, a Dark Knight. So... yeah, could you go a bit further into what your origin is, and like, out of everything you could have done with the things you just mentioned, you decided to become Batman. Why is that?
I love kids, so I do it for the kids. So that's kind of where it all started. Kids, I just wanted to bring like a real life Batman to life.
Okay.
City at night. I go around, my fiance is Catwoman, so we'll go around the city. Philadelphia is my Gotham City. We feed the homeless, and we protect people. There's a lot I can't talk about on social media, but we do a lot of stuff at night.
That's incredible. And you mentioned you went to the George Floyd protest back in, is it 2020? I think so, right? Yeah. What was your experience with that, and how did you get greeted when you got there? Because it was quite a dark time for, well, more or less everyone there. So
I didn't even know what was going on. I was visiting kids in the park, and the cops actually called me. I have cop friends, and they said, we need Batman, kind of just saying it as a joke. And so I was only a couple blocks away, so I kind of did a walkthrough. Everything was exploding. Everything was on fire. I didn't really expect much, but as soon as I got there, everyone started cheering. I felt like it gave people hope. A lot of families wrote me online where their kids, their neighborhoods were burning down, and they saw me, and they thought Batman was there to save the city. So that was really cool.
Yeah, it sounds like a really interesting and, well, kind of odd experience. But I mean, from what I think, I mean, yeah, you probably gave a lot of hope to the citizens there. Did they show it in any way, or how did you get greeted by the citizens when you finally got there?
Everybody was really happy to see me. They weren't expecting Batman, so yeah, there was a lot of cheering. A lot of people just loved it.
That's awesome. And from what we see on your Instagram, you work out more or less on a daily. So
I try to work out every day, unless I don't schedule rest days. It just doesn't happen with my life. But yeah, I work out twice a day. I do cardio in the morning, and I'll go live while I do my cardio. It gives me a chance to interact with the fans. I go live on multiple different accounts. At one point, I was live on 5 different accounts. But
5 different accounts at the same time?
Yeah, I just kind of talk about everything. And then at night, I'll do the weights. And then usually in between, if I have the suit on or if I'm shooting content, I'll go live as well and do some behind the scenes stuff while I'm shooting content with the full suit.
Yeah, you mentioned you're doing this full time now. What's that like compared to doing this like part time that you did before when you had your job? How does that work out for you?
For me, this kind of started as a joke. I didn't realize there was any money in social media. until I lost my job. And then people started saying, hey, I do personalized messages on the Cameo app, story shout outs. I became a sponsored athlete. People see me working out. So a lot of companies reached out to me. And I had no idea there was money in it. So I do miss my job. I do miss getting out of the house, but it's awesome to be able to be home and spend more time with my kids. So very thankful for it.
Yeah, completely understandable. And your kids, how are they handling the entire role of picking up the mantle as Robin? How does that work out for you?
My son loves it. My son's name is Damien. And then my older son is my Nightwing. He's kind of growing out of it. He's the one that has the 300 costumes. He's only got his Nightwing suit now, but Damien loves it. He walks around with his own phone, and he's been he's only 8 years old. He pretends he's talking to his fans himself, and he does. It's also the personality of Damien. He's autistic, so he kind of says some crazy stuff. He'll curse me off in the background. He's got his own personality. It's very entertaining.
And how do you handle that in the normal Batman way of getting a bit gritty and angry, or how do you handle that?
I up from school and they get really embarrassed. My oldest son, because he's getting older, he's getting a little bit embarrassed. But now his whole school apparently watches my live shows, and they're calling him the son of Batman, and they're giving him gifts and stuff. So now he likes it.
That's awesome. Gotta be a really interesting childhood for your children as well. But I mean, what you're doing is amazing. It truly is. I've heard, and if this is off topic, we'll not speak about it, but there is this other guy that I think you're familiar with, Sad Liup, I think his name is, something like that. The rumors is that you two have beef, and I wanted to ask about that because, well, I don't know what's going on there, but I've heard from a lot of different persons that there is a beef here. I just this is your time to clear that out, if it is or if it's not.
Yes, it is. He was a close friend of mine. His page is awesome. He's got some of the best photographers in LA. Amazing suits. He's got about 30 bat suits. Pretty cool guy. After the George Floyd protest, I actually reached out to him because I was getting a lot of backlash. I wasn't taking sides with the BLM or the cops. I have friends on both sides. There's good and bad on both sides. So there were a few blue-haired white girls that wanted me to attack the police, and they're the ones that contacted my work and got me fired. And I actually asked him for advice, and he told me, he didn't seem to have a problem with what I was doing. And apparently he blocked me from his stories, and he was talking about me. And that's kind of where it all started. And from there, it just kind of grew. And I think it's a lot of jealousy. He was the #1 Batman for a long time. He had 100,000 followers. Took me 10 years to get to 1,000 followers on Instagram. But after I got to 100, it jumped right to 200 overnight. I actually lost followers from the George Floyd protests as well. I wasn't really posting. I wasn't really doing it for clout. I just kind of happened.
Yeah, you didn't have bad intentions of doing it, right?
Yeah, I wasn't selling anything. People think I'm selling my suits and stuff. I wasn't selling anything. I was just there. I've never showed up anywhere where maybe it was in poor taste, but that's not why I was there. I was just there just to be there, just to help out. But that's kind of where it all started. I did reach out to him a few months ago, and he doesn't want nothing to do with me. I told him, the more Batman, the better. I just tried to be positive about it. And the guy, I don't know, he's just a very hateful. He's always fighting and trying to cancel people. Even when we were friends, he was constantly messaging me to report accounts. So I think he's just a toxic Batman.
Okay.
From a different universe.
Okay, from a different universe. But that backlash, how have you been handling that? Do you feel like you've grown out of it, or do you feel any consequences for it at all at this point?
Losing my job sucked, but for the most part, yeah, it was just it wasn't the black community. It was literally I probably shouldn't have responded, because looking back, it was teenage white girls with blue hair, and they were just attacking me, and I was just kind of explaining myself, and I probably shouldn't have even explained myself to them. But as of right now, yeah, everybody loves what I do. Nobody has a problem with it.
No, me too. I'm a huge fan of your content, and I think that for each and every video you do, you just grow better. So I have another question, of course. I was wondering, what can we expect from BucksCountyBatman in 2023? Do you have anything planned? Anything huge going on?
The book, we're a fitness book. A lot of people have been asking for it, so I have a fitness challenge coming out. It actually drops today. It's gonna be $9.99. I can't talk about it. It's like a top secret challenge. If you pass the challenge, then you're able to purchase the ebook for my actual training routine. But that will drop today. And the 0 Point suit as well. Fortnite, I play Fortnite. I was raising money for kids with cancer, and I realized kids with cancer don't really need food, money, or gifts. They really just want your attention. So I started streaming on Fortnite, playing with kids, sick kids. So I have the 0 Point suit from Fortnite, and that's completely bulletproof. I'll be going live with that. But the main thing is the fitness challenge. I'm going to be doing a lot more fitness stuff.
Okay, and you have to give me a link to that, obviously, so I can tell everyone who's watching where to go and buy this book. I don't know if it was a couple of months ago, but people noticed scars on your body. And those scars you claim to be from assassins. And I want to know what's going on there.
So I always tell people it's a League of Assassins, Catwoman. I've had probably 6 different surgeries. I broke my neck. I have a scar across my neck. I have my appendix removed. I had 3 hernia operations. So I had a ton of operations. And then I've been in a few toxic relationships. I also give dating advice. So my ex stabbed me a few times. So I have a few stab marks from that. And then I got scarification. I always wanted to have scarification done. It's kind of like branding, but with a knife. And they just added some extra Batman scars to my back to kind of match the character a little better. I wanted to post that. I was going to show the whole process on the YouTube channel, but the owner of the place, he's not allowing me to do it now.
Okay.
But I think I have that done one more time. But yeah, it's kind of a mix of everything. So my whole body's covered in scars.
Okay, but is the scars that is from your body, are those separate from the ones that you've done yourself, or have you done the scars you got from accidents and surgeries into more?
There's some of them are from fights, accidents, surgeries, so it's just they're all mixed up together.
Okay.
With the scarification process.
Okay, yeah, but I mean they look really cool, and you're really taking this this Batman persona to the next level. So I gotta give you that. Plus, you're doing a whole lot of work. I mean, you're probably the most active Instagram creator out there. I mean, there's new content of you each and every day.
Yeah, I don't think I'm the best Batman. I think my girlfriend tells me I'm so cringe. So I call myself the cringe at night. But people like what I'm doing. I don't think I'm better than anyone, but I definitely, like you said, I think I'm outworking a lot of people like Saddle Up, where he complains a lot about the algorithm, where I just post more. My videos, some of them get 0 views. I'm just on here nonstop working. I outwork everyone. So it's what I do.
And it's truly amazing. I'm really fond of what you're doing. I think that was all of my questions. We also had one question that we got asked to ask you, and that was simple. It's the question: who would you prefer? Who does Batman prefer? Is it Wonder Woman or is it Catwoman?
Definitely Catwoman. My fiance is Selena Kyle. We got the cat mask right here behind me. She doesn't shoot a lot of content, but I'm trying to get her to make her own page. So we're gonna be doing a lot more stuff together. People love when we're on together.
Yeah. I think you're so cute when you do stuff together. It's quite wholesome, actually. And you do most of the suits yourself, no?
No, I don't do anything myself. I buy everything. All the designers are on Instagram. I have biggest question I get asked is where I got the suit. So it was pieced together. The abs are carbon fiber, so they're bullet resistant. But everything's pieced together by different designers, and that's all on my YouTube channel. I do a little bit of like the electronic works. I have the War Machine suit up here that was made in Thailand, but I created the magnetic strapping system and I added all the electronics to it. But I'm not that skilled as far as making the suits. I don't do any of that.
No, okay, that's understandable. It's a whole lot of work, I imagine. But how much have you spent on suits in total now? Do you keep count?
40 grand so far.
40 grand. Okay, yeah, that's an impressive amount. Gotta tell you that. Yeah, and you got the different variations of each and every suit, more or less, right? You got plenty of those.
It's kind of boring because Batman's always black, so I'm trying to mix it up. I wear like the blue chest, the Nightwing chest piece with it, and try and mix it up. I'm going to try and do my own personal suit. where it's just my own custom design. That'll be coming out soon. I'm also gonna eventually move, and my new home will have an actual real Batcave in it. So that's something I'll be working on with trapdoors and everything.
Okay. Yeah. Do you have could you give a little like snippet of what to expect from your own suit?
It's gonna fly. Something I've been working on for a long time is a flying suit, kind of like Iron Man.
So it's going to be an actual flying suit.
Yes. They're out there, but nobody's really cosplaying with them. It's hard to buy people to make them because of, legal reasons, but getting it done.
Yeah, people will be like, is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Batman. And everyone will just be really confused. But, well, wow. That's actually, like, that's taking it's literally to a whole different level, like, up in the air. Wow. I think that was all of my questions. Do you have any social media or anything you think that everyone should follow?
I'm everywhere. I'm actually starting to focus. I keep getting canceled. I love TikTok. They took my account down for playing with water guns with my kids. That 1 million followers. Now I'm permanently banned from going live. They say I'm too sexy. None of it makes sense to me. So I heard I might start going live on Twitter. I didn't even know that was a thing. But you can find me TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Don't really use Facebook. YouTube is a big thing too. I'm doing cooking with Batman. I'm trying to focus a lot on YouTube. But the easiest place to get a hold of me is I answer every single DM on Instagram. So if you guys need any questions, just DM me on Instagram.
And that is absolutely amazing. How much time do you think you dedicate on answering questions on a daily?
Nonstop. That's another thing where it's like I didn't realize you don't have to answer these people, but when people message me 2, 3, 4, I only sleep 3-4 hours a night. So when people message, not only do I answer them, I answer them immediately, and I think the fans really don't expect that. So yeah, I answer everything all day whenever people message me.
That's absolutely fantastic. But thank you for having you here. It's been a pleasure to finally meet you after 1 year of conversation about having this call, and also a few more years of just typing that you're really cool. Yeah, I don't know what to expect. You're 100% even better than I thought you would be, and I had a pretty high standard when I sat that bar.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you very much for having me.
Wow, what an incredible interview. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe and do all of those things. If you want more interviews, comment it down below and we'll make sure to find other amazing creators to share with us on this channel. And we got other videos as well. We got tons of them. Make sure to check them out. But, well, I'm tired, so I'm going to sleep. But have a nice evening, guys.